Welcome to your Tuesday night lights rugby, live all the way here from Stellenbosch on the famous Markotter rugby fields. My name is Vika Strydom. I'll be your commentator for today, taking you through all the action. In the background, we've got currently UWC taking on SAS Rugby in a tight, feisty encounter here tonight. But here live, we have Villages Football Rugby Club Cobras side taking on SAS Rugby. That promises to be an exciting rugby fixture here. Villages playing in the Super League A, having a great start to the season so far. No losses, 3 wins, 1 draw. An exciting fixture for them playing against SAS Rugby. That's always a tight encounter. We've got some Friday night lights here, and we're excited to take you through it. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes to take you through all the action. We are only a couple minutes away to the start of this match here today. SAS taking on Villages Rugby Club. We promise this is going to be an exciting match. A lot of physicality, a lot of running rugby. We've got clear skies here, a beautiful evening, great weather, no rain forecasted, no winds to talk about. We are guaranteed some great rugby here today. A tight game is predicted at the moment, and it should be interesting. We've got Hein Crick, head coach here for SAS Rugby, Warren Peterson, head coach for this under-20 side from Villages, and it should be a very tight contest and amazing rugby. My name is Vikas Strydom, and I'm excited to take you through this game today. As we can see on the screen, we've got all the boys here supporting them, making big tunnels here already. And at the moment here, we've got the Villages side running out to a big applause from the crowd. And I think this should be an amazing fixture for us to watch. And then in their black and red jerseys, we've got SAS running out. So with SAS, we've got the numbers that's allocated to them for the year. So they don't wear the typical number 1 to number 15, but they've got their specific numbers for their players. For us, easier to identify. So we will be quite happy with that. Where your Villagers playing in white tonight with their typical number 1 to 15. I want to make a special mention to a player making his debut here in South Africa today. We've got Carter Nicholas, all the way from Canada, making his debut here for Villagers in the number 5 jumper for Villagers. So definitely someone to look out for, to see how his first game is here in Stellenbosch in South Africa, the big physical number 5. We're excited to see what he brings to the table. And we've got SAS Rugby here for the first kickoff. Always important to have the first clean ball. And let's see how it goes. We are off. Looks like a great start already for Villagers, breaking the line. Looks like flanker Evan Verkuil with a chip and chase. Unfortunately can't re-grab it, so SAS has an opportunity to find their feet, just set up their face play. Let's see if they're going to exit as well. But an already exciting start for the match. Villagers running at it already straight from the start. SAS setting up the box kick here. An early test here for the outside backs from Villagers. But it's Rian Benari, fly half for Villagers, who sets up Vian Loom on the outside. Some running, expansive rugby here from Villagers, bringing it here in the first couple of minutes. Now it's opportunity for the big forwards to make some carries, but obviously SAS is ready for the contest, physically wise. And unfortunately, we have a small knock-on just to break the little bit of phase of play. But I definitely would think that the Villagers side will be the happier side here in the first couple of minutes. Really bring it, finding some space on the outside, on the left and far hand side. And I really think that this should just give you a little bit of a taste what we're going to see tonight. Some really good running rugby, really exciting to see. But as true rugby enthusiasts will say, now we've got our first test, real test of the match with the first scrum. 8 big boys against another 8 big boys, and it's very interesting to see how this first scrum will go. We know both sides spends a lot of time training on the training field, trying to perfect the scrum. This is like a very stable, very good scrum to start off with, and SAS going out with the ball, deciding to run out of their own 22. Unfortunately knocking it on, and now giving another opportunity for Villagers to attack. Now it's again the Villager forwards taking it up, and SAS having to defend again. A lot of defending here in the first couple of minutes. Villagers taking it wide again. Number 12, Akugle Petty breaking the line. Unfortunately ending up short. Another big carry by the forwards, getting closer and closer. Some slow ball for Villagers, slowing it down, finding a bit of composure. Can SAS keep them out in those first couple of minutes? MJ van der Westhuizen in the big number 8, trying to bash over the line. But met some great defense from SAS, very disciplined. Niambitbo on the outside, still can't cross the white line. And here we go again, the forwards goes again. Jan-Re Engelberg using his feet, but met by some great defense again. A great line by number 2. Offloads to MJ van der Westhuizen, just short. And a turnover there. A little knock on, it seems, from Villagers. And another phase of play, not leading to any points for Villagers. But again, some great rugby from both sides. Physical from Villagers, taking it up, bashing it with the forwards. But it's SAS Rugby really matching up to them on defense. Not allowing any points here early. First scrum was very stable. Clean ball for SAS. All the forwards finding their feet. Now interested to see how the second scrum will go. It's a pressured scrum on their own 5-meter line. It's Joshua Littlewood to feed the scrum. Big scrum from Villagers, taking it out. Scrum off, Xavier Foster. Dots over the line. First points for Villagers Rugby Club. That is exactly the start that they would have liked. Xavier Forster might have crossed the line, but all credit must go to the front row of Villagers. An absolute monster scrum. Xavier Forster, the scrum half. Lots of speed around the scrum. Dots over. And first points on the board. Rian Benari adding the 2 points for Villagers. And it's 7-0 very early. And Villagers will be smiling after a big dominant scrum. Taking some confidence into this next phase of play. SAS definitely going to try to hit back hard. Get out of their own half here with a big kickoff. Nice and deep. It's going to be Andrew Jackson, flower for SAS, restarting the play. And another big hit from SAS. Damien Enslin, hooker for Villagers, taking it up. with Villagers taking a little bit of dominance. But we all know it's not just about scrums. The other set phase that's very important is your line out. An opportunity here for SAS to set some dominance in the Villagers 22. And a good take and a big driving maul already. Making some meters here. They break loose, and another opportunity here for SAS now. Can they turn this into points? Big carry from Limerick Mason. Tight head prop. Good discipline from SAS, some patience, bashing it up with the forwards. And it's another penalty on the 5-meter line. Looks like they're going to tap and go. The front row with the ball in the front. Will they bash it up? Will they give it to the next pod? I'm pretty sure they trained this on the rugby field. A little switch. And from the training field on to match day. Pays off because we see the first points for SAS. I promised you an exciting close match here, and it seems like that's what we're getting today. SAS hitting back with a try of their own, close to the uprights. And suddenly 7-5. And Andrew Jackson makes it 7-all. And suddenly we're back to all square. Great physicality already from both sides. Both sides showing some moments of brilliance. And now we see how will Villagers hit back. We saw that SAS hit back quite hard. Rian Benari to restart play. And he finds grass, which is always great, but it looks like SAS regains the ball. And it's just more big carries from the SAS forwards. And it's again to Andrew Jackson. But he finds Vian Loom, who now gives the Villagers chance to spread the ball. You can see this Villagers side is not scared to go coast to coast. And we've mentioned their Carter Nicholas debut on South African soil. It makes him a good carry, getting him into the game. But unfortunately, a knock-on from Villagers stopping their attacking phase. And now I've got a middle scrum here for SAS. Scrums very evenly matched up to now. No team really taking some dominance. We had the one scrum from Villagers that on there close to the SAS try line where they had a big scrum leading to the try. But we have a little bit of a break of play, a break of time in play here, with one of the SAS players currently getting some medical treatment. And time is back on. A middle scrum, always a nice place in the field to set up attack. Can go both sides, keep the defense guessing. Can see a lot of communication here from the Villagers coaches from the side. And another fantastic scrum. Both sides really bringing it. SAS decides to kick it, and it's Liam Witboy who finds himself in a little bit of trouble and unfortunately finds the touchline. Definitely advantage to SAS here, who set up a big rolling maul a couple of minutes ago. So I'm very sure that Villagers will be looking out for that. We've got Letao Kumalane feeding this line out for SAS. Going to try and find his jumper. Unfortunately, can't find his jumper this time, and it's MJ van der Westhuizen for Villagers who gets the ball. But a loose ball somewhere gives SAS the opportunity to counter-attack, and unfortunately, the last pass just not getting to hand. Can't turn it into points. Villagers will definitely be having a big sigh of relief here. And that's their ball into the scrum, and I'm pretty sure they would want to exit from here. And a good scrum for Villagers. Rian Benardi having loads of time to exit. And he finds touch, but only just outside the 22. Almost exactly where we were a couple of minutes ago for SAS, where unfortunately SAS couldn't find the jumper at the back. Mr. Milane going to try and find his jumper this time. I would guess it would be for a rolling maul. That's a good ball, but no, they feed it from the top. Big carry from Jacques de Klerk. And now SAS setting up their forwards. Another short ball, another big carry from the centers. Patience needed from both sides here. The Villagers desperate not to let SAS get a grip on this game. Prevent them from getting more points on the board. A wide pass. Number 22. God, Damaris with a good carry. Beats his... Oh, unfortunately, no, it's a penalty for Villagers. Apologies. Rian Benardi decides to tap and go. And not a quick tap this time. Decide to slow it down. Some good defense. I thought that SAS meant to go score there, but no. Some good defense from Villagers. An opportunity to exit. This time going to the boot of Vian Loom, who's left-footed. Quite close to the right-hand touchline. Creating a bit of a different angle for him to exit. But he also doesn't find touch. An opportunity here to counter-attack. Good defense from Xavier Foster on Andrew Jackson. And a big hit from Carter. you can see both sides really bring the physicality. No one shying away. SAS decides, let's go play in the Villagers half. Finds Liam Witboy, who spreads it wide to Rian Bernardi. He finds grass. And it's Villagers who's caught out offside, unfortunately. And that's going to be a penalty for SAS. We'll most likely try and put this to the corner. And of course, since it's offside from a kick, they've got the decision where they would like to have it, a penalty or a scrum, and they decide to take a scrum in the middle of the field, just outside the 22. Very good attacking platform here for SAS. It's another big shot from Villagers, but it's a clean ball for SAS. And another opportunity to set up their phases. Lenrique Mason taking it up for SAS. Some good defense, good communication all around. But it's SAS taking it wide, making some meters, entering the 22, playing it phase after phase. Relentless attack here from SAS. A big carry from Hukalataka Malane. Now SAS taking it wide. It's Andrew Jackson taking it up himself, tries to offload. It's backwards, so it's still in play. SAS keeps going. And some brilliant defense and good work at the breakdown from Villagers. Opportunity to relieve some pressure. Gets the penalty in the own 22. Some brilliant play from Villagers. Great attack from SAS, just can't turn it into points. And Rian Bernardi wants to give his boys a rest, put it downfield, get it to touch. And he finds a great bit of distance there. It gets a bit of opportunity for the big forwards to have a rest. Set up their own line out and start their attacking platform. We've got a Villagers player getting some medical attention at the moment. Number 3, like they like to call him Skara. Currently getting some medical attention from strength and conditioning coach Matthew Boshoff. "22 minutes done already, and it's still 7-7 apiece. And what a first 20 minutes this has been. A back and forth from both sides. SAS finding their feet this last 10 minutes with some relentless attack. Villagers definitely want to find their footing, get some momentum back. And what better way than a line out to set up their attacking phase. You can already see you've got some big forwards in the middle of the field ready to bash it up. But can Damien Ensign find his jumper? It's Nikolai January going up, but no, they can't find the jumper, and it's SAS coming again. Relentless attacking. The Villagers again trying to get over that ball, but ref says no, ruck formed. Penalty to SAS. It looks like the same recipe is repeating itself. Penalty to SAS. Kick to the corner. Both hookers struggling to find their jumpers tonight. On a clear, beautiful evening here in Stellenbosch. We could not have asked for a better evening for rugby and for some physical rugby showcased here tonight. It seemed like the hooker, Mr. Milane, found his jumper, but unfortunately they can't collect. And another opportunity for villagers to find some relief, exit their own half. We've been really privileged seeing some very good scrums tonight. Very stable, not many resets. Let's hope that continues. Oh, and a big scrum from SAS, showing some dominance. And as you can see, they are pumped up. That will put a lot of confidence in those big forwards. Winning the penalty from the scrum, kicking to the corner on the 5-meter line. Those forwards will have loads of confidence going into this line-out. They will be excited going in now. And we have our first substitution. Damien Enslin, hooker for Villagers, looking like he has a bit of a struggle, and it's Johan Mabika coming on. And as you can see, this rolling maul from SAS. It's powerful. And it is scored. It's the hooker, Letoko Milane, who found his jumper. The rolling maul effective tonight for SAS. And his second try, it's 12 points to 7. It's been some phase after phase attack from SAS. And finally they turn it into more points. Andrew Jackson will try to make this 14-7 from the touchline. Oh, that looks like a great strike from the touchline. That is a stunning kick from Andrew Jackson. Makes it 14-7 in favor to SAS. And it's another substitution for Villagers, with Kyle Bernard coming on for Skarra at tight head prop. 2 early subs here in the front row for Villagers. And it's another stunning kickoff from Rian Benari, and a penalty for Villagers. Now they've got an opportunity to hit back straight away. Ref makes the call, obstruction from the line out. From the kickoff, apologies. Good kick from Rian Benari, and now they've got an opportunity. And what a first line-out for Johan Mabika. First line-out is attacking one in the attacking 22. He just needs to find his jumper. Let Villagers showcase their rolling maul, which we've seen several times now from SAS already. A lot of spins. Mabika finds January. And here's the first rolling maul for Villagers. It's stable, but it's moving forward. Ref puts out his arm, collapsing the maul. It's fed out to the backs. Oh, and unfortunately can't go to hand. But ref's going to come back. Another opportunity for Villagers here. Penalty for collapsing the maul. What it looks like it's coming from the side. And always a lot of confidence for hooker Johan Mabika, finding his jumper on the first line out. And we see Bernardi coming across to just kick it on the 5. Telling his forwards, there we go. I'm serving it to you on a silver platter. Just push it over the line, boys. Looks like January leading the lineouts for Villagers tonight. There it goes, very simple. Goes back to Van der Westhuizen. It's another big rolling ball. Mabika at the back. It's a good rolling ball. And down it goes. Try scorer Johan Mabika comes on. 2 lineouts, 100% success. And his forwards does the rest. Suddenly 14-12. Rian Bernardi having an opportunity from all the way from the touchline, trying to make it 14-all. And the back and forth with the scoreline continues. Villagers going up 7-0. SAS hitting back 7-7. Then SAS going ahead 14-7. And now Villagers hitting back with a try of their own, making it 14-12. Unfortunately pushes it out to the right, and the score remained 14-12. But that is exactly what Villagers needed to gain a bit of confidence, get their play going. 30 minutes gone, 14-12. Nothing really between the two sides, 2 tries apiece. Enrique Lequet with a good take for Villagers. And it's again that man, Mr. Mabika, taking it up for Villagers. Nicholas found in the middle of the field. But it's a penalty to Villagers. Oh, Xavier Foster finding some space, but unfortunately not taking it on the mark. So referee calls him back. Rian Bernardi says, just give it to me, I'll try and kick it out. And a stunning kick from Bernardi. A big touch finder from the middle of the field. Another line out for Villagers. It's the same recipe. Mabika finding January. It's a bit of a handling error there from Villagers. Kuflepeti not getting to hand, and now gives SAS the opportunity to counter-attack. Littlewood. Now we're getting some expansive rugby here from SAS. And so January finding the loose ball, but unfortunately the referee calls it back for a little knock-on. And here we'll have another scrum. It'll be a first scrum for reserve prop Carl Bernard and your Johan Mabika. 2 early front row changes for Villagers. And I'm pretty sure they would want to make their mark in this first scrum. And it's another good, stable scrum from both sides. Wide pass from Andrew Jackson. Great carry by right wing Lewis Aarons. Unfortunately, another penalty going to SAS. Discipline letting Villagers down here. So Andrew Jackson's just going to kick this to the corner. And SAS will definitely try and set up with a rolling maul, which has been very effective tonight for both sides. Neither team finding a counter to the rolling maul yet. We've got a stoppage in play here. It looks like Vian Loom, left wing, currently getting some medical attention. We've already had 2 substitutions being made from Villagers due to injury. They would definitely not want to add a third here. But I can see here from the side, Damien Enslin and Skara, the 2 front rowers who was replaced early on, both sitting on the bench already, both looking in good spirits. So it doesn't look like serious injuries. Vian Looms still not back on the field. It looks like the substitution will be made. Sesotando for Villagers coming on. And again, it's this big rolling maul from both sides. Illegally collapsed, putting a stop to it. Ref's going to bring them back for collapsing the maul. But SAS are going again. Just kicking it out of play, setting up another line out, setting up another driving maul. Will Villagers find an answer to this? They decide to go up on their own 5-meter line. Very risky, but it pays off. Stops the driving maul. Ball goes out of play, and we find half-time. What a first half we were blessed with. 14 points to 12 in the favor of SAS after the first 35 minutes. We're going to have a short break, have a beverage, find our breath, and we'll be back for the second half, which promises to be an exciting 35 minutes. Nothing in between these two teams, 14 points to 12. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. And we are back. The Villages Football Rugby Club taking on SAS. And what a first half we had. 14 points to 12. Both teams really utilizing the driving maul tonight. So, I think it's 3 tries already scored from it. And now we'll see how will the second half go. 35 minutes, 14 points to 12. And it's Villages with the kickoff. What an exciting match we've had so far. In this first 5 minutes, always crucial to start off the second half. Exit kick from Joshua Littlewood, and it's a very good touch finder. But they bring him back. Outside the 22, says the referee. And a line out just outside the 22. Nice and early for Villages here. Would be curious to know what the team talk were from both sides. What's the advice given by the coaches? What little tactical adjustments did both sides make? What difference will it make? And line out not going to hand for Villages. Relief for SAS, who now can get on the counter run. Some big carries already. Littlewood giving it to his forwards, who bashes it up. Jackson, kick downfield. Witboy going to foot, finding some space. Great kick from Witboy. An interesting bounce, and he finds touch. Great tactical play by the fullback. And our first line out for SAS in the second half. Inside their own half. First line out for Villages not going to hand. And now SAS having the opportunity to set up their phase of attack here. And they find their jumper. And the centers decide to carry it up. Jacques de Klerk with another carry. And it's fullback Skimfontein trying to find some space. SAS making a little bit of meters after every phase. Number 4, Matthew ball that on the field. Oh, and there's some space for SAS, but unfortunately called back for forward pass. Relief for Villages. We are lucky that we can watch some amazing rugby tonight on a Tuesday evening. Beautiful evening here, all the way in Stellenbosch. Some great rugby to watch. And an early penalty in the scrum for SAS in the second half. And you can hear the bench from SAS motivating their boys, giving them some confidence after that scrum. And a stunning kick from Andrew Jackson. That'll lead to a line out on the 5-meter line for SAS. That's exactly what they wanted. The driving wall has been fantastic tonight. And they find their jumper. They're going to set up the driving wall. No answer. And 5 points to SAS. Another monster driving wall. Like I said at halftime, definitely a tool both sides have been utilizing tonight. That's the second try for SAS from a driving maul. Definitely paying off all the hard work on the training field. And now it's 19 points to 12 for SAS. Andrew Jackson had a great kick in the first half from the corner to convert the second try. And the number 55, the fly half for SAS, will try and make it 21 points to 12. We can see the forwards from Villages having a talk in their own try line now, discussing how are we going to stop this driving maul. Conversion push to the right, and the score is going to stay 19 points to 12. Villages trying to find answers to the driving maul. And we have another substitution, number 20, Tyler Goosen. He's coming on. Carter Nicholas coming off of Villages. The Canadian on debut. And kickoff here from Rian Benari and Sikan. Nice high kick. And again, second time in the match where a penalty is awarded to Villages straight from the kickoff. And now another opportunity. Now this time, it's Villages who's going to go to the corner. And I'm pretty sure they're going to set up their driving maul. Johan Mabika, he's going to definitely want to find his jumper. They're going to set up a driving maul. Second try in the first half from Villages from a driving maul. Have been very dominant when they've had the opportunity. The referee just want to have a discussion with the SAS players. A little bit of a confusion here. Referee explaining hooker must be 2 by 2. Scrum off between the 5 and the 15. Finds the jumper, Nikolai January. Villages setting up their driving maul this time. Can they find some momentum? SAS having an answer for now. And a little knock-on disrupts play. Now that is exactly what SAS needed. Stopping the big driving maul from the Villages forwards. More substitutions going onto the field for Villages. Byron Snell going on at 12. Kuklepeti coming off. Very talented youngsters coming on here. Opportunity missed, Villages. They'll want to hit back hard here. You can already see Jacques de Klerk setting up a big carry here in his own 22, setting up the exit kick. Some uncomfort here for Letako Malane. Medic straight onto the field to assist. Little break in play here, giving both teams a bit of opportunity to catch a breather. Looks like Malane is going to continue. Malane has been fantastic tonight. Some big carries, finding his jumpers in the lineouts. Definitely be a big loss if he has to go off, but he continues. And it's a short arm for Villages. mistake here from SAS in their own 22. And it's the hooker Mabika, big carry. And now opportunity for Villagers to set up their faces, set up their big forwards. MJ van der Westhuizen decides to kick, and he gets it back. They continue, the big forwards, keep it with them for now. Phase after phase. Villagers showing some patience. Great defense from SAS. They're not going to allow Villagers to get back into it this easily. And some fantastic work from the Villager forwards. Looks like MJ van der Westhuizen. Another try for Villagers, and once again, as soon as a team goes ahead, the other team hits back. The Villagers closing the gap, 19-17 at the moment. Rian Benardi with a crucial kick here to make it 19-all. Some great work from the Villagers forwards, showing some patience, showing composure, carry after carry. Good defense from SAS, but unfortunately, it's MJ van der Westhuizen who dots it over the line. Benardi with a good strike and brings it 19 points apiece. Some great rugby shown here. Close game. 45 minutes gone. 19 all to play for. 25 minutes to go. We're seeing a lot of subs being made here from SAS. Is this their version of a bomb squad? A lot of subs being made. Can they make the impact that the coaches need from them? At the same time, some subs made by Villagers as well. Some fresh legs. They want to show what they've got in the tank. Deep kickoff. Rian Benardi decides to give it to Liam Witboy, who kicks it straight to the middle of the field. Opportunity for SAS to counter-attack. First touch was substitute Basensi. Bashes it up in the middle. Early touches for Kieran. Ball going wide, goes into touch. Some early touches here for a lot of the guys that just came off the bench. Wanting to find their footing in the game, get involved quite early. And it's Villagers with the throw into the line out. Villagers regroup. January taking charge of the lineouts, having a chat to his players. And it's another good lineout from Villagers. They can set up their attack. Benardi with a good offload to Van der Westhuizen that can't get it to hand, unfortunately. It's a little knock on. There's space on the left-hand side. Still goes to hand. January might be in trouble here, but a great run from Oyens. Unfortunately gets a touch. I think January is going to get called here from the referee. Yes, he does, and that's a yellow card. Unfortunately. Going for the intercept. Unfortunately not going to hand. Referee takes it back for the penalty. Big loss of Villagers as he's been taking charge of the lineouts and doing a fantastic job of that tonight. Kick to touch. And I'll give you a guess what's going to happen next. Tonight, Every line out in the 22 has been a rolling maul from both sides. Been very dominant. Lots of tries being scored from the rolling maul. And there they go again. Immediately making meters, finding momentum. But doesn't dot it over the line this time. Need to find a different way. Liam Witboy, unfortunately, can't get it to hand. Referee says that was a legitimate attempt to catch the ball, so not penalized for that. But a penalty, it seems like it's going to be for at the line out. Calling captain MJ van der Westhuizen. Believe this would be a first team warning. And the ball immediately going to Jackson. Jackson's going to dot it down on the 5. And they're going to set up another driving maul. Can Villagers find an answer to this powerful maul of the SAS team? Looks like Kieran is going to put it into the line out, finds his jumper. This driving maul's finding momentum once again. And Villagers still can't find an answer. It's another try from a driving maul. And once again, SAS taking the lead, 24 points to 19. It's been the driving maul that has led to 3 tries for the SAS team. 3 out of their 4 tries from the driving maul. Forwards coach will definitely be smiling ear to ear. All the hard work on the training pitch paying off here for the driving maul. And Villagers need to find an answer. But it's going to be Jackson trying to put the extra 2 points on the board. And a fantastic kick from Jackson, making it 26 points to 19. Villagers definitely having a lot of chats behind the post. How are we going to stop this driving maul? Substitute Franco Pekier on, big lock coming on. Another good kick from Bernardi and a big hit from Tyler Goosen. SAS showing some patience. Setting up the box kick. And it's a good contestable one. Really testing Villagers who can't take it to hand. Now they've got a chance to counter-attack. All the way to the left-hand side. Or in space out wide. Doesn't go to hand. And now it's Villagers on the counter. Villagers now getting into their structure. And it's a penalty in the ruck, in the breakdown area. And Villagers going to have opportunity to kick to touch. Set up a liner of their own. January, who has been leading and calling the lineouts for Villagers, with a yellow card at the moment. Would be interesting to see how these lineouts function now without him. Seems like MJ van der Westhuizen stepping up, going into the lineout at the moment. And it's a good steal from SAS. They're going to want to set it up now. but straight back for Villagers. Great work at the breakdown. Referee says he's not happy with SAS, so it sounds like a bit of back chat from the players. Giving an extra 10 meters. Bernardi with a fantastic touch finder. Telling the forwards, I'm giving you another opportunity. There's 4 more minutes for January. I believe that Villagers would really like to have him back on the pitch right now to lead these lineouts. Because Villagers, driving maul's also been very good tonight. So they would want to set one up here, dot over the line, get back into this game. This time they find Goosen, sets up the driving maul of their own, finding some momentum. Can they get it over the line? It's fine. Stall, a little bit of stalling for the maul, not finding, lost a bit of momentum. Looks like it's a turnover. Great work from SAS. Big relief for them. And a big carry in their own half. They want to get away here. They decide to go aggressive with a little chip kick. But Liam Bitboy reads it very well. Trying to use his feet. Substitute Olwake coming on. Met by some great defenses, Fergutini. And ref decides, no, that's going to be a yellow card. Lewis Orange gets a yellow card of his own. And Bernardi kicks the touch, giving his forwards another opportunity. Currently 14 against 14 men here. 2 yellow cards, 1 for each side. We've got another international on the field for Villagers. Fred in the number 22 jumper all the way from England. Looks like he'll be starting in at fullback at the moment. I just said it's 14 men against 14, but here we see Nikolai January going back onto the field. This will be big for them. He's been running the lineouts. He's been doing it fantastically. Like we can see, he's back on the pitch, straight back into his hands. Immediately the arm goes out from the referee, collapsing the maul. Both teams trying to find an answer to the driving maul. Finds the corner again. Let's see if it's going to follow the same pattern. Mabika to January, driving mauls, trying to get it over the line. Not a lot of time left, just more than 10 minutes left to play. Oh, and a great contest from SAS. That's exactly what they needed now. Not a lot of time left. They don't want to give Villagers an opportunity to get back into this game. And a big kick. A great clearance. Fantastic rugby from SAS. Contesting in the lineouts. Massive kicks. Massive kick from Jamie McMurray. Reserve scrum off coming on. The good box kick there from the base. But it's another opportunity. More substitutions coming on for Villagers. Trying. They want some momentum here. Fred finding some space. But it's some great defense from Irons. Exactly what they needed. And MJ van der Westhuizen spotting some space. Unfortunately, a little knock on. It's a little opportunity there for them. Seems like we have our own Andre Estreisen here from Villages. Evan Verkuil starting the game on flank, now moving to centre. You can see here the number 6 moving now to number 12. Very versatile player. And unfortunately, that's going to be a penalty for SAS. That's exactly what they need. They're going to try and find a good touch finder here. A lot of relief here. Some very good attacking play from Villages. Just can't turn it into points. And crucial at this stage. Not a lot of time left for them to try and sneak in a result here.
SAS nou yes.
10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Villagers would like to get their hands in this game quite quickly. Get some points on the board now. Give them opportunity to chase for the win. SAS wants to put this game away with a try of their own. Once again, it's this driving maul from the SAS team. That's 10 meters. Make that 20 meters. This maul is moving. Monster maul again. Make that 30 meters and a penalty advantage. And I think this is going to be trouble. It's another yellow card, unfortunately. Looks like Franco Pekier, his effort to stop the maul, unfortunately illegal, and the ref says that's going to be a yellow card for you. Another touch finder. And still no answer to this driving maul. SAS has been fantastic at set piece tonight with his driving maul. And immediately finding momentum, immediately making meters. But this time it's just short. It's another penalty advantage for SAS. But it's try scored. Exactly what SAS needed. Less than 10 minutes to go. Now Villagers 2 tries away to get back into this game. This is what SAS needed. Try and put this game away early. The driving maul, a headache tonight. Some fantastic work from the SAS forwards. Fly off Andrew Jackson, trying to convert this from the corner. Looks like a good strike. Absolutely fantastic. Andrew Jackson has been crucial for the SAS team tonight, really controlling the game. Very good kicks to the corner for the driving maul, converting several tries from the corners. Sounds like 6-7 minutes left. Can Villagers hit back? Looks like the yellow card is coming back for SAS. Now again, 15 against 14. And a good contest from Villagers, but unfortunately that's going to be a knock-on. Villagers really making a big attempt to try and get that ball from the kickoff, knowing they need to get points as soon as possible to get into this game. Hmm. 33 points to 19 at the moment. Big scrum from SAS. A grabber from Jamie McMurray. It's a good grabber. But Fred finds some space. Good work from the fullback. Xavier deciding, let's play the tactical game. Finding grass. McMurray under pressure. But you can see all the SAS players saying, let's slow this down. Show some patience. Let's pull this game through. We're ahead 33 to 19. It's Andrew Jackson, who's been very good tactically tonight. Testing his opposite number, Bernardi. Peterson, his first touch of the ball tonight. And a good carry. Rev says, no, tackler, you need to roll. Gives an opportunity for Bernardi to find a big touch finder. And a fantastic kick once again. Now, up to you forwards. Four men here for Villagers. You can see the big forward setting up in the middle already. Very good work from the line out. Big carry from the number 6. Is he playing flank? Is he playing center? Carries like that, he can play anywhere. Good pass from Bernardi. Finding Owaki on the outside. But fantastic work. And who else? Andrew Jackson over the ball. Immediately stopping the attack from Villagers. Some good play from Villagers, but unfortunately stopped. There's some great work at the breakdown. It's going to be Skintfontein with a touch finder now. And it's a fantastic left-footed kick. Some big distance. Only 2 minutes to go. Both teams want to finish strong here. We know what the recipe is going to be here. SAS is going to put it up. Another big driving maul. Is it going to be another big one from them? There they find momentum once again. But this time Villagers gets it done. Wins the ball. With only 2 minutes to go. Can they finish strong here? Bernardi finds touch and can leave another opportunity for January to tell his troops the line out call. Looks like another 4-man. Can we expect another big carry from Evan Verkuil? but unfortunately penalized. SAS decides, no, let's play. McMurray decides to make it quick. Zach von Willer taking it up. Taking it wide. SAS definitely want to finish this game strong. Even though they've got a 2-try lead, it's not going to end here for them. But some great work at the breakdown. Xavier Foster definitely wanting to speed up the game, but unfortunately can't get the clean ball. Oh, Rian Benardi trying to catch them out, but can't find his teammates. Fred setting it up in the middle now. Still spacey on the outside. Benardi giving the big wide pass again. And that's going to be the game. One last Hail Mary from Villagers not going to hand. Before the game, we promised a great match of rugby, very physical, and that's exactly what we got. Some great driving maul from both sides. Really the driving maul being the difference between the two sides, with several tries being scored from SAS here. SAS taking the win, 33 points to 19. What an amazing evening of rugby we've had here on the Tuesday evening. It was an absolute privilege to take you through tonight. My name is Vikas Strydom. We see some great sportsmanship between the two teams, and we're sure that this would not be the last match between these two sides. And both teams will have a great season going forward. That'll be all from us tonight. From my side to yours, good night.